Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Dotterer, and I'm on the dot. And it is afternoon here in North America, but it's evening in Europe, and it's morning on the, I believe, on the Hawaiian Islands. It's probably morning, and in Asia, it's probably morning too. So, any event, wherever you're watching across the globe, as you can see behind us, we're going to be talking ice hockey. And I've got a special guest on, family member. I hope he can join us. He's en route to a junior hockey tryout. And that's my cousin, Kodi Dotterer. And we're going to bring him on if he can reach us. It's the first time we've ever tried to do it on the dot via someone in the vehicle or a car en route to a tryout, a junior tryout. So if we can't join him, or if he can't join us, we will continue the show. So as you may all know, we like to start off the show by thanking our sponsors. And one of our recent sponsors is a company called Anacia. And it's this amazing oil, massage oil. And you can go to tobekind.com to find out more about Anacia. My good friend, John Rainbolt, is the formulator, and he really has knocked it out of the park. John received the top biochemistry award at Stanford University, and he's just a genius, and he's been working on this formulation for decades. So it's an amazing product. If you have any kind of pain, like I do, my back, I put it on my back, and it's amazing. So Anacia. And I'll be flashing banners down below if you want to connect to any of the sponsors or information that we put up. You'll be seeing banners that will go across the bottom of the screen. I also want to thank Zodian.com. Zodian is a fun survey that's based on Myers-Briggs, and it helps you discover who you are. It helps you with communication, and it really makes for a better home environment, personal relationship environment, and work environment. For all those of you that are in the workplace, it's a great tool, and it's Zodian.com. And if you want, I can send you a free link so you can take your Zodian survey and find out a lot about yourself and help other people with communication. I also want to thank Presnap. They're a new on the dot sponsor, presnap.com. We interviewed their founder last week, and boy, they got a great product. It's basically teaching the world about American football. And if you can think of, there's a great company that started a decade or so ago called Khan Academy, and they started with algebra. Salman Khan wanted to help his niece solve an algebraic equation, and he did a short YouTube video that went viral, and that was the beginning of Khan Academy. Presnap.com is the equivalent for American football, and American football, as many of us know in the United States, is very popular. And if those of you around the world want to know and learn, you can go to presnap.com. We're also sponsored by Isagenix. I want to thank my good friend Arlene Roach for getting me back on board. And I have sent my link to my good friend Steve Deneau, because Steve would like to release 25 pounds this summer. So Steve, click my link, and Isagenix is a great way to release weight. Also want to thank Euphoria Science, which is designing nutrition based on your own DNA. And I want to thank Club Nirvana, which Virginia and Tom Yerrick out there in California, thank you for bringing cannabis medicinal properties and helping people with aches and pains and the many things that cannabis can do medicinally. And then finally, I want to thank Numi, which is focused on glutathione, which is the #1 antioxidant. So thank you, Numi, and my good friend Eric Yamaguchi. Finally, I want to get to birthdays. I want to wish happy birthday to my good friend, fellow Stanford classmate, Karen Springen-Kerber. And we're going to have Karen on the dot in August. She is our class correspondent at Stanford, and she lives in Chicago. She went to the Columbia Journalism School and worked for Newsweek for many, many years. She might still be working with Newsweek. I think she's also a professor at Northwestern, the journalism school at Northwestern. So happy birthday to Karen. We can't wait to have you on the dot. Happy birthday to my good friend Cynthia Banuk, who's from Canada. I think she's up there in Vancouver, Canada. So happy birthday, Cynthia. And happy birthday to Michelle Schaefer and Bobby Schaefer, her wonderful husband. But it's Michelle's birthday, and I met Michelle through a company, as I said earlier, Isogenics, and they're fantastic people, great couple. And then 2 more birthdays. I want to wish Duval Love happy birthday. Duval went to Fountain Valley High School, then went on to UCLA and started in the NFL. Happy birthday to Duval. And then 2 people that I don't know personally, but it's their birthday today. The great Mick Fleetwood, the drummer for Fleetwood Mac. It's his birthday today. I watched him once when I went to one of the Fleetwood Mac concerts. And finally, happy birthday to the great Argentinian soccer striker, Lionel Messi. So with that, I want to bring on my cousin. I see him there. And here we go. Welcome, Kodi.
Hey, Mike. Hi.
How are you?
Doing good.
We're breaking new ground, Kodi, because this is the first virtual On the Dot we've ever done from the car.
Yep.
It's
good to be here.
Well, Kodi, it's good to have you here. So, Kodi, could you share with everybody when you got started in hockey and how you ended up going to Christian Brothers Academy in Exeter? Could you share with our audience a little bit about your background?
Yeah, so I've been playing hockey forever, ever since I was like 4. Skating, any ice I can get, just always playing. It's always been fun, and my family's kind of had a hockey culture where during the winters, my dad and I, sometimes me, would set up an outdoor rink, and we'd always just be playing with my friends and any local kids who wanted to play. As for CBA, it was a good experience. It was a lot of fun playing varsity there. Played for 5 years. And after that, it was Exeter. So I did a PG year at Exeter. It's basically another senior year at a high school. It's very common for hockey players to do. And it gives us an extra year to develop our skills and become a better player and get prepared for college or junior hockey, which is what I'm going to now, what I'm looking at now.
Well, it's very exciting. You're on your way to a tryout. And just to kind of some of our audience, they probably don't know where Christian Brothers Academy is. Maybe you could tell the audience a little bit about CBA and the Christian Brothers. I coached football at St. Mary's College in California 20 years ago, I think right before you were born, Kodi. And CBA, St. Mary's is a Christian Brothers school. And at the time, I learned there were over 900 Christian Brothers schools around the world. What makes your school, CBA, unique in Syracuse?
So CBA in Syracuse is a private school in DeWitt, and it was a great experience. I'm really glad I went there. Just about everything you could ask for out of the school. It was a great crowd. I met some of my best friends there, and the academics are great, and sports are fun. It's got a great culture. What makes it different is, well, personally for me, CBA has been part of my family, the Dotterer family, for a very long time. My dad went there, and my grandpa went there, and also my great uncle. So yeah, it's got a great history and good sports academic culture, both of which I'm interested in.
Well, and you had you made a choice to not go to a 4-year school. You decided to take 1 year and go to probably one of the oldest secondary schools in the country, and a great history. Could you share a little bit about your decision to go to Phillips Exeter and what that was like to attend such an amazing school?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a step up. Tougher sports, tougher academics, and the kids there are great too. I met more of my best friends there, and the uh, the history does go back. They got really, it pushes you to your max in everything, but it also leaves time to make friends with other kids who are other very smart kids that I got to meet.
And Kodi, you're on your way to I believe it's an NAHL. That's the logo to my left. Could you share with our audience what the NAHL is about?
Yeah, so it's a junior league. I think the goal for them is to prepare the kids for the next level and give them another year to develop in size and skill. So it's a very common route for hockey players to go and play in a junior league. This is the second. The Nahl is the second tier, and under that is the USHL, which are they're great. They're great programs and great leagues for kids who are looking to play at the college level.
And I'm just flashing down below, Kodi, your website. And this is something that I get really excited about because you probably know that on the dot, we sponsor the players NIL, which stands for name, image, and likeness. And you had the foresight to get your own website, which is Kodi.com. Could you talk a little bit about your website and what that's all about?
Yeah, so it was a gift from my father on my 17th birthday. It's uh it's a page with a lot of information about me, a lot of pictures of my sports and life, really. And yeah, so if you go to that page, you'll know a whole lot about me.
And finally, Kodi, what is your vision? On the dot, we like to have you and you get the last word. What's your dream and vision for your future in hockey? What do you want to do? What position are you playing? This is your opportunity to share with the world where you want to go with hockey.
Yeah, so I'm really interested in college hockey. I love watching their game. I watch the games and see the huge crowds and see the just electric pace, and I just think it's very real and looks fun, and I want to do it. And that's why well, this year's its own experience, but yeah, it's my goal. I want to get to a very good college team.
Well, thank you so much, Kodi, for joining me today on the dot, and all the best in your tryout this weekend. Very exciting for you as your uncle or as your cousin. You know, I know you call me Uncle Dot, but I guess officially we're cousins. But really proud of you, Kodi, and really excited for your future in playing junior hockey, whether it's the NHL or it's the USHL or wherever you end up. So thank you, Kodi. And again, do you have a special message? Actually, why don't you just share a message? Because there might be a young hockey player out there that's trying to make his or her way up the ladder. Do you have a special message for them?
Yeah. Let's see. Just love the game. It will end at some point, so every year is a gift and a blessing, I guess. So have fun.
Thank you, Kodi. And don't hang up. We're just going to turn off the button here, so don't hang up. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.